you're gonna say, man, everything that I did in my first store, we're not doing this time around.
Right.
Because you gotta learn and you gotta grow through it. Like you can't, I be saying you can't go there, you gotta grow there.
They understand that, I'm in a growing process, and they accept me for it, but everybody's not gonna accept you. You're gonna lose customers, you're gonna lose followers, you're gonna lose people that support you, because if your size is not right, your material not right, your quality not right, that can hurt you.
All right, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of Envision.
Hey, I'm Nicholas Clark, co-owner and designer of Envision. And hey, look, we in the city right now, all right? This one right here is gonna be a special one. It means a lot to me and my business partner, Marlon. It means a lot to us because we're in New Orleans. And what we wanna do this month is we wanna put on for our brands in New Orleans, all right? Hey, today is going to be special. We got my boy Heem.
Hey, before you get started though, don't forget, can't forget they gotta like,
y'all gotta run this one. Y'all gotta run this one up right here.
Hey, we probably, honestly, we're gonna be probably approaching that 90K mark right now. We're probably gonna be approaching that 90K mark. So I need you to make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, let us know what you took away from this video for our opportunity to win 100 free t-shirts. Go ahead.
Hey, I need y'all to run this video right here, all right? We got my boy Heem from Heemadisa. All right, he gonna share his story and how he created his brand, and we're gonna drop a lot of gems for y'all today, all right? So look, without further ado, I'm not even gonna say too much more about this. Go ahead, I know I just told him your name, but go ahead on and let him know your name and your story about your brand.
To be honest, with my brand, it was during the pandemic, So when I started my brand, it was kind of like, it was hard, So it's like I had to come up with ideas and come up with, different type of things to make something, I started with the logo, but I was up all night, just trying to figure out some kind of way to, make something out of myself. Because before that, prior to the pandemic, I was working 2 jobs, So I didn't have no free time to start a brand or, come up with ideas and be creative, So when that pandemic happened, I was able to really lock in because I had all the time. All the time that I need to be somebody, to become somebody. So when the logo hit, it wasn't right off the dump. It was really kind of like trash, if you ask me. So that's the thing though. You just got to keep going at it. You can't just, if it might look good to you, to somebody else, it might not look good to you. But if you keep working at it, it might grow into something bigger. So I was hitting up graphic designers. They got an app called Fiverr. Use Fiverr. That's a whole bunch of people that have resources and they do graphic designs for you all day long. So use that to your ability, please. So I just kept working at the design. So when I dropped my first piece, it was a hat. My brother Matt Fresh, love him to death. He's into fashion. He's big on fashion. He's been in fashion his whole life. So once I gave him the hat, that kind of gave me the idea of where I'm going with this, with this brand. And when I gave him the hat, he didn't give me no good reply. I'm like, that was the thing that made me go harder, because I'm like, oh, all right. So he's not feeling it. So let's make this, better. So, I was working at Winn-Dixie, bro. I'm the guy that, I was pushing buggies, and working hard. So my story starts with where I'm from, my background, New Orleans, the Southern Ward, the St. Bernard projects. It was hard, So it's like growing up in the projects, them circumstances that you go through, the life that you live in, it was hard, but, pushing through, that's just how people is. We strong people, So with my brand, it just kind of popped overnight, It just was I was working at it, kept going hard. I kind of was a little delusional when I think about it, because I was locked in, I was focused. I was laser focused, So when I got my moment, I ran with it, man. I got,
I like that.
I just kept going.
I got a question before we get into the questions, because you talked about your mindset. So what is your mindset like now? And how did you really make that transition?
My mindset now is just strictly growth. Just taking it to the next level. I just opened my storefront 5 days ago. It's just where I was at, at the beginning to where I'm at now, it's kind of hard to process all this at once, because it was hard. It was a struggle all the way throughout it. But, once I got to this moment, I'm just ready to just like live it up to the max. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure I get as much exposure as I can, with the brand.
And I like that you're saying that it's hard because you're being real.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship ain't easy. Everybody say they want to be an entrepreneur until they see what it's really all about.
That's
Like we've been talking about this for the last 3 days. Like when you say you're an entrepreneur, like we take it serious. Like when you say I'm an entrepreneur, I'm like, okay, like I want to know about this is your business, this, cause like we really wake up and we grind for this. Like even what you were saying, like you were saying that you was working in when they said it was already in you. You just had to bring it out yourself. Like, and people always, they plan, but they never just take opportunity and just go out there. It's a lot of people who started brands during COVID and they started during COVID, but they're not hitting them.
Right.
So like you still here, like how, before you even got your storefront, how was you selling product? Was it like hand to hand? You just hustling?
Oh, pop-ups, hand to hand.
Pop-ups, let's get it.
Pop-ups, popping that trunk, you know what I'm saying?
Popping that
This
trunk.
is my merch. Holla at me, you know what I'm saying? So it was that too, you know what I mean? But you just said something that was important. You said a lot of brands started in COVID and now they're not here.
Mm-hmm.
The passion. You have to have passion. You have to really, really want this. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a little delusional. Like I said, you got to be a little crazy about it. And then that's the success. Bro. That's the outcome of what you put in. You're only gonna get out of it what you put into it. You know what I mean? So that's
hey, I can feel it. I can feel how passionate you about like what you doing.
Yeah.
Tell us now look, your name Heem.
Yeah.
You got Heemadisa. What did the Dissa come from? Because there's people that want to start brands and they be like, I'm stuck at the name. Like when we just be like, just make a name. But like what did the Dissa part?
I really didn't think too much about that. It was just kind of like trying to figure out the way to, just make it meaningful. You know what I mean? So with Odessa, it means the clear one. You know what I mean? So to have a clear conscience. And like back in the day, I really didn't have the courage to start my brand. You know what I mean? It was money and it was courage. So it's like when I saw Odessa, it had a real meaning to me, like the clear one. So it's being like, be clear with what you want to do. Don't hold back on what you're doing. So when I picked the Odessa, I was like, it kind of fit. It sounded good with Heem, and it kind of fit. You know what I mean? So I ran with that. You know what I mean? And it just stick like glue. Everybody loved it. The name Heemadisa.
That's what I kind of want to even talk about. Like we had to change our name. So can you
really?
Like, yeah, multiple times.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you knew, but like we had like 3 brands before this brand. Like believe it or not, and most people don't know that. Like we always tell people, like the first time you do something in your business is gonna be the worst way that you do it. So like you got your store 5 years ago,
right.
But you gonna go a year, you gonna have a way bigger store. You're gonna say, man, everything that I did in my first store, we're not doing this time around,
right? Because
you gotta learn and you gotta grow through it. Like you can't. I be saying you can't go there, you gotta grow there. So like you, like right now, you like, man, I'm doing it big at the store. But then when you get your big store, right. You're gonna be like, man, look how I was over there.
Right.
I was over there by myself. Now I got a team. Right. But like what else we had, bro? We had Paper Planes.
Okay.
We had Dead End. We had what else we had?
Purple Monkey.
Right. Then we went to World Invasion. Not Envision. So when we got to college, like we had started spelling it short, because just like with everybody, bro, like we used to wear fake designer clothes in high school just so we could be like, that's what we wanted, but I couldn't afford that.
Couldn't afford it.
Like,
at the time, you just don't.
I
never even walked in a Louis store when I was in high school, bro.
Right.
What I look like spending $1,500 on some shoes? I couldn't buy that. So we was wearing fake belts. You know what I mean? Like just so we could look up the part. Like that's what we looked up to, those designer brands.
Right.
So we was like, man, how can we make World Invasion like a designer type brand? So we started spelling it short, like WRLDINVSN, to give it that look.
Right.
And then when we went to college, people were saying, damn, why I'm seeing all these World Invision shirts?
Right.
Like, and we like, damn, that kind of stick. And like we always tell people like, to have a plan. But now I'm really just like, you just gotta start. Because you're gonna learn through the journey. Like you're not gonna be the best brand out when you first getting started.
Can I cut you off?
Cut me off, bro. Cut me off.
That was so important on what you touched on, just like starting and the journey. The journey is the most important thing. A lot of people that come up to me sometimes, they wanna skip the journey. They wanna just like jump right into the success without putting no work in. Like you gotta do your own thing sometimes. You gotta really put that work in. No, some people come with they already have money. You know what I mean? So they just think they can buy their way into this success. It don't work that way. It really is about your journey, what you're doing with the people. Y'all brand is about the vision. You know what I mean? Y'all selling the vision. You know what I mean? And people, they gonna buy into that because we all going through our own trials and tribulations through our life, right? So they gonna buy into that. And that's the whole thing what I want to do with my brand. I just want people to see that I'm somebody that started off, at the bottom just like everybody else, and I made it to a level where I have a store. You know what I mean? So it's like you can do it too. You know what I mean? You can do anybody can do it. You just gotta put that work in. Do not skip the journey. That's the most important thing. Ride through it. You know what I'm saying? The hard times, the good times, just all of it, appreciate it as you go. You know what I mean? So,
I like that.
We about to get straight into these gems, but before we do, make sure y'all like, subscribe to our channel, run us up for the chance to be able to win 100 free t-shirts. 100 free t-shirts could literally be able to get you jump started, put you in position to start getting that brand out there. We literally have been helping people inside of our workshops and inner circle programs go from $0 to $10,000, literally in 1 month. Like I remember Karen, and it was all about the mindset that he had, what we talking about right now, and the courage to be able to invest in themselves. Like, and right now we saying we want to be able to invest in you. All we asking is you let us know what you enjoyed about this video. All right, for a chance to be able to
watch this video all the way to the end. Let us know. Who gave you the best gems?
Like
me or Marlon? I know it's gonna be me. I know it's gonna be me, but I'm gonna let y'all decide, all right?
All right, I'm sorry I gotta interrupt this video, but if you haven't checked out our monthly workshop, you are literally missing out. We have transformed over 500 brands and minds inside of this 3-day workshop. On day 1, we're gonna be covering design. We're gonna be giving you our design process to take your designs to the next level. On day 2, we're gonna cover marketing. So we're gonna show you how to set up and run Facebook ads. We're gonna show you how to create content. And on day 3, we're gonna give you the scale up. We're gonna give you the play on how to set up your pop-up shops, how to set up your distribution to do over $10,000 a month. You don't want to miss this. If you're ready to continue to scale your brand, literally all I need you to do is click the link in the description. It won't take long, and we'll go ahead and see you in that workshop. Let's get back into the video.
Hey, let's get back into the video.
Do y'all think it's important to have like to be fashionable to start a brand? Do you think that it's important that you put it on? You know what I mean?
Like that. I love that.
I'll take this one. For me, I wouldn't say I'm like the Kanye West or Virgil Abloh.
But we did start because that's what we always doing, just buying clothes.
Correct. So it was because we wanted to buy clothes and be fresh that we're the reason that we started a brand, of course. Right. But in the sense of what I'm saying, that I'm not the one sitting down saying, oh, I want this cut to be the certain type of way. That'd be even more of Nick's side. But I say that how I'm able to impact the brand is because even if you have a fashion brand or not, it's a business. Right. And on my side of, running the brand, I'm still able to figure out how can we distribute his great products and ideas to the world. Right. All right. After we sell it, how do we fulfill all these orders? Right. How do we deal with the team? And that stuff don't have nothing to do with the actual design of things. And sometimes when you start your brand and you are a designer, you tend to forget about all of these other things that involve growing your brand or running your brand or managing your brand because you're so focused on designing your brand. Right. From my end of it.
Yeah, I say bro, for me, like Marlon play a big part in World Envision. We could make the best designs. Like you the freshest one on here right now, So I know how you probably are. I want this shirt to fit like this. I want this to be cut like this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hand cut every shirt like this. So I know what it's like to be like that because that's how I was when we first got started. But then once I did all that, I was like, all right, now how do I go out and sell this product? Even with just showing up, bro. Marlon, always on time. Always, we gotta be at this time. We gotta do this at this time. We gotta do this. We get a break for 30 minutes, you get what I mean? And I never was like that person. I'm just like a creative person. I work from 1 in the morning to 5 in the morning. Right. You get what I mean? Then sleep all day the next day. Right. You get what I mean? But I had to realize that I can't grow a business like that. Right. You know what I mean? And then like we just talked about, your strengths gonna become your weaknesses. Right. Now, that's so confusing. Right. It's super confusing because when Marlon used to be saying this, I used to be like, bro, what you talking about? Right. But now I went to school for graphic design, bro. Like, and I was the designer all the way. But I probably made 1 of every 10 designs we drop. I'm more of like come up with ideas, and then I help find people that could put the ideas in motion.
Right.
And it's only because like I gotta really focus on the business structure of everything. I gotta focus on, hey, what holiday coming up? I gotta focus on what we dropping for Black Friday. I need to know all of these things before it come up, because eventually you can't design your Black Friday collection November 1st. Right. It's already too late. You get what I'm trying to say? It's already too late. You need to be making that 2-3 months in advance. You gotta already have at least some emotion. What are you gonna do for that day? So I feel like in order for us to really get ahead, like we need more people that, like, we cannot do it by ourselves.
Right.
Like
so
we can't.
The importance of a team, because what you're saying right now is like what I'm trying to build at right now with my current situation is a team. You know what I mean? So me, I just do everything pretty much on my own. You know what I mean? So I started with graphic designers and I design my own stuff. And that's not a problem. But what you think is like, what y'all think the importance of a team might bring to a person like me that's doing literally everything? Like I take my own photo shoots now. I do my own designs. I do, pretty much everything. I book everything. You know what I mean? All the work that you got to be done to have a clothing brand, I do it now. So the importance of a team, what do you think is?
I say, like it is going to be probably one of the most important things to actually, scaling up, because if I say right now, like, bro, I want to purchase $1 million worth of shirts.
Right.
Like, what do you do? Like, you gonna go do all that by yourself?
Right.
So it is very important. But what I say you start out with is, like, you may post like, hey, I'm looking for a few interns, or, you may already have people that's around that's always buying your gift regardless of what you drop. Right. Say like, hey, you already a part of this community. You ever thought about, do you have some free time? Right. I give you the free merch if that's all you wanted anyway. To maybe whether it's, stop and work at the store for 2 or 3 hours. So when we first started off, we wasn't even paying people. We was literally paying them by getting them lunch and getting them free merchandise.
They was just down to help.
And they wanted to help because they saw what we was doing in the work that we was putting in and the level that we was working at. And so they wanted to be a part of that. But then it get to a point where now, like, we are growing, we making some money, and people started to graduate college, and they're not going to be able to work forever just for free. Right. So we literally started out just paying minimum wage. And it is tough. But literally $7.25 to be folding, cutting, tagging, shipping out orders. We started getting 2 or 3 people, and then it just started to build from there. Because once you get people, you're gonna start seeing that, okay, he only packaged 30 orders in an hour when I know I could do 100. So now your mindset shift to what system do I have to create? Right. To get him to be able to ship out the 100 orders like I can? Right. Do I have to put all my merchandise in a certain area to make it easier? Right. Do I have to, already have, him learn how to ship everything out so that way you don't have to do it. They come in, it's already ready. They shouldn't be waiting on something. Right. Just whatever it is that's making the process slower helps them to speed it up when you do get people. So like, I say when you're looking for somebody, bro, like literally try getting some interns, or try just the people that you got around you. If that don't work out, the next thing you could do is we subscribe for like Indeed, and we literally put out Indeed ads, and hundreds of people gonna subscribe, and then you could go through everybody's resumes and call in whoever you feel person. It is tough.
Random people, Right.
But it's what it takes to find those people, because that's people that want to work. People want to work. People want to work. Yeah. It's just finding the right people that fit with your brand, and you also becoming the person that, because now when you get in a team, bro, and sometimes like we don't be ready for a team because we still developing ourselves. Like Nick was hitting on, it really you have to continue to be that leader. You gonna have to grow more than your team grow. Right. So like you gonna be the one that's gonna be leading.
They looking up to you.
They looking up to you to call a play. It's just like the head, the quarterback do after the play over. Right. You look at the head coach and be like, right. That's the same thing. And then once the coach give him the play, he go back to the huddle and be like, red, 50 foot right, break. And like everybody else knew exactly what they need to do. Exactly. So that's the exact thing.
And you know who get fired when they don't win the championship,
right? The coach.
The head coach. Just to take it back to just the base of the question, like how important is a team is like, think about it, bro. Think about you going on the field with a football team and you only got 5 players. Y'all forfeit the game, bro. Like you can't.
Easily.
Oh, no coaches.
Like,
Just think about the players.
Think about this. Just going out there by themselves with no
Real
coach.
talk.
Like, are you the coach on the field with the player? It just can't work. And like the faster you know that you need a team, the faster you gotta go out there and get a team.
Right.
Now, yes, it's gonna. Bro, put it like this: you can't go in a casino and invest $100 and think you about to walk out with $1 million.
Right.
That don't make sense.
Don't make sense.
Like, you get what I mean?
It's not logical.
It's not logical whatsoever. Like, and you never supposed to go in a business and say, man, I'm just gonna put up $100 and hope this works. Or you never supposed to go in it with the mindset of like, I hope this works. It's always gotta be like, I know this gonna work.
Right.
So like the quicker that you like you and look, you're gonna need a team quick because you are going to get tired of being at your store every day. I promise you that. I can guarantee it, bro. Because we used to be sitting at that kiosk. We had kiosks.
I don't know.
Bro, Marlon used to catch the morning shift. I used to catch the evening shift. And I'm like, bro, we didn't get no sales online. Like we working every day at this kiosk. How long are we gonna let this go? Bro, we did that for what, a month, 2 months?
Yeah, but I think the online was still going because you was up. It was I had to call you down because I had to leave. Yeah, because I was tired of sitting in the kiosk.
How long did we work at the kiosk before we hired people?
2 months.
2 months, bro.
Okay.
You can't wait 6 months to be like, now I need to hire somebody.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Right.
So you need to. What I would say, what you do is you find the thing that the business don't necessarily need you for.
Gotcha.
Yes, they may need you for designs. Yes, they may need you to do a shoot, but they don't need you to check nobody out.
Right.
Like,
That's a major gem.
you see what I mean? Or
Or tell a story of your brand.
or tell the story of your brand.
Right,
Like you
right.
gotta put people in position to do the things that the business don't necessarily need you to do.
Right.
Like your 5-year-old little cousin know how to fold a shirt.
Right.
Like, you get what I mean? That doesn't require a college degree to learn how to fold a t-shirt. But yeah, you may gotta get better over time taking pictures.
Real talk.
You see what I mean? I say just, to ask you, like, what would be one of those things that, besides a team, that you struggle with and then you had to educate yourself to overcome that struggle? What would be that?
I mean, most of my struggles come from just me being on a boat and with no lifeguard. It's just like I'm just out here with this brand, you know what I mean? So I think my biggest struggle would be me communicating like with my overseas suppliers because my manufacturers. So they get the sizes wrong, they get the measurements wrong, and when that happens, it reflects back on my brand. So like, let's say you got a customer, they want a size small and it fit like an extra small. They're gonna be upset about it. You know what I mean? So those things really make and break your brand sometimes, because that might make the customer feel like, all right, I like Heem designs, but I don't want to come back. His short's too small. It's too tight. You know what I mean? So those are, and my customers know that, I had a little, rumbling with that, you know what I mean? Like in the city. So they understand that, I'm in a growing process, and they accept me for it, but everybody's not going to accept you. You know what I mean? You're going to lose customers. You're going to lose followers. You're going to lose people that support you, because if your size is not right, your material not right, your quality not right, that can hurt you. You know what I mean? That can hurt your brand. So the way I think, I want to perfect everything. I keep working. I keep trying to learn. It's like sitting here with y'all. Yeah, I got success right now, but you got to keep learning. You know what I mean? Y'all have success.
We always learn.
It's all about learning. You never want to stop learning. Pick up a book, read something on that, watch YouTube videos. I'm going to be honest, I'm a fan. I watch all y'all YouTube videos. I told you that before we even sat down. I watch it, you know what I mean? So I just want to keep learning and keep growing. So my struggles basically comes from just like me trying new things, you know what I mean? Just trying. And, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, but you got to keep trying to learn, be willing to learn, keep sacrificing, your money, don't think about the money.
There we go.
That's the most important thing. Don't think about the money. The money is going to come if you're doing something right, if something good. If you're doing something good in your community, they want to see you doing good, especially as a black man. Everybody want to uplift the black man right now. So it's like, you just got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Just keep trying, keep working. You know what I mean? So,
and I have a question, because sometimes it's hard for us, and I really want to get like an outside view in. Because like, bro, we really be having, like you saying, having our head down and grinding.
You be beating yourself up.
But you just sat here and we would never know that. You sit here and watch every YouTube video.
Right.
So from the outside looking in, and you been from the hometown and we been from New Orleans, what is your, perspective of World Envision and what we've been able to do for the brand and for the community?
I think World Envision is really based on what y'all saying. Like, it's like y'all brand DNA, it's about vision. You know what I mean? About not giving up, going in. Like y'all quotes on the back of y'all shirts, the quotes on the front of y'all shirts. It's all about just taking it to the next level, not being in the small, like putting yourself in a box. You know what I mean? Like keep working at what you want to. You know what I mean? So when I watch y'all stuff, it's bigger than that, but at the same time, it's all in the same little, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, little microscope that y'all trying to do, and y'all sticking to your brand DNA. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing, sticking to your brand DNA. So if you got something that works for you, stick to it. You know what I mean? And when I watch y'all YouTube videos, y'all bringing people up. Y'all not just like doing your own thing and just trying to grind and make y'all money. Y'all really bringing people up as y'all go. You know what I mean? Y'all putting the light, y'all shining the light on other people, other brands, other, you know what I mean? Other entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? So that's the most important thing, you know what I mean? Like bringing people up. You know what I mean? I see that, I love that.
And I love all of your products, bro. Like, and that's why like we always tell people to think big, because like not just people in New Orleans gonna like your product, like
right.
Everybody. I promise you. Even your first design that you probably created, like people will love that, bro. So like you really just gotta you gotta first you start where you at. Because that's how it all started for us. We just started where we at, but you gotta continuously think big, bro.
Right.
And you gotta think bigger. And massive thoughts, bro, gotta be followed by massive actions. Sure. So the same thing like we saying about like the team. Like when you leave here, like please for us, you know what I mean? Start working on that, bro. Because like, I don't want 6 months, down the line, I don't want to come and be like, go to the store and I see Heem there. I won't be like, yo, tell Heem I stopped by.
I'm coming. I'm like, look, we connected now, so I'm coming in because I'm the one that's just going to be like,
Yeah,
that's what we doing.
Right.
I talked to you 2 months ago. We said that we was gonna have people because that's what we need. Right? We have to change. Not saying you got to stop hanging with people, but you have to change your environment and expand your environment. Mm-hmm. So if you have to hang around high level brand owners. Also, we tell people that's watching the podcast, like, if you want to be a lawyer, don't go ask a doctor. Like that don't make sense. If you want to be a doctor, don't go ask a lawyer. Right. And then if you want to be a lawyer, go get around a high level lawyer so that way you could really see what it's like. Right. Go be in that environment. They're gonna have other lawyer friends. If you want a brand, you're gonna have to connect with other brand owners and put yourself around $1 million, $100 million brand owners so that way you could see what it look like. Right. It wasn't until we sat down, we was doing less than $10,000. We went to Atlanta, sat down with Sherrod, what God is dope. He was doing $150K a month already, and all he told us was that it was possible.
All he said was possible.
And now I'm saying we don't see less than 150 a month.
Right.
Bro, he had tats all over him. I'm like, damn, bro, another black entrepreneur just told me that it's possible. Like, cause it's like, bro, when you start a brand, you know that you want $1 million brand.
Right.
But until you really see somebody else do it, then you like, damn, I really can do it. Especially from where we come from, bro. Like, we don't think that we can be successful entrepreneurs.
Right.
Like, it's very hard, especially when Marlon saying like your environment, bro, like bro, you gotta watch who you hang around because they could be the ones that, you
are getting advice from.
You telling them, man, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. And they like, yeah. And then when they leave, they like, man, nobody, man, his size is bad, man. Nobody ain't messing with that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, man, let's get these sizes, bro, let's get these sizes right, bro, so we can really start flooding everybody with this brand. Like, but that's what we had with it now, bro. And it took time, like, bro, I remember we didn't want give game. Right. Like, we like, man, if we give all the game out, how we gonna succeed?
That's smart.
Bruh, it's way more than enough out there for us to all eat. We are ants to these big brands.
Real tough.
Like this same, bro, speaking it right now while I'm on here, this same podcast, these same videos we're making, we gonna have dude that own Under Armour on here. Yep. Dude that own Nike on here. You get what I'm trying to say? We gonna have those people on this same podcast, right?
Exactly.
But we started it with us. We started like we here right now. We not gonna wait until we go get them first, and then, man, act bad. Nah, we letting you know we starting right here. Like this the brands that we starting with.
You speaking into existence.
Yeah,
and I got something just for the viewers that like. You have to be able to like have that vision for your brand and be able to put yourself in that position to be successful. Like opportunity is all. You ever play zombies, Call of Duty?
Yeah. I'm not good, but I played it.
It's my favorite one, right?
In that game, literally. You start off with nothing, right? But everything is already inside there. You just gotta go and find it. Right. And that's the same with life, bro. Like you gotta go break down those doors, rebuild them.
Find a mystery box.
But upgrade your gun. And this the crazy thing. Even once you unlock all the stuff, you still in that one little spot until you go transport. And then you go to the new spot and you start figuring more stuff out. But that's just how life is too. I guarantee you, everything that you want is around you. You just might can't see it yet. And another thing I wanted to say is just like if you hanging around people and if you say an idea and they figure out everything of why it just can't work, like you gotta get from around those people. Like, cause I have Nick make a good scenario. If you be like, Ma, I think we talk about we want to make our own city. We want to be able to, because it's always all about businesses. If you just put a whole bunch of businesses together, you're gonna create a city. That's a city. So people will tell you'll tell somebody that and they'll be like, how y'all gonna? What about who gonna police the stuff? Like everything you just said is just telling me of what I gotta do and what is not gonna work. Instead of being like, oh, did you think about this? Or you could probably add this and make it good. Damn, I'm gonna just be there.
I'm gonna come live in the city. Like, it's like that, bro. That's like I was saying that yesterday. I was like, bro, that's why I appreciate having Marl, because I'm like, Marl, look, I'm about to go build a rocket and go to the moon. He like, all right, cool. I'm gonna be the first passenger up. You know what I mean? So like, you really gotta change your environment, bro. I'm glad that we was able to get this video right here, bro. This one right here. If you still watching this video right now, let us know. Who dropped them gems? All right, who dropped them gems on this video? And it's not gonna be the last video,
it's
bro.
It's a collection of them, and we gotta keep doing it. Man.
It's not gonna be the last.
You know what I'm saying? Progress is gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta just keep the whole circle going around. So this could be the second video coming soon. See where I'm at. You know what I mean? See where y'all at. Y'all might have opened.
Next time we gotta go check out his store.
Check. Now look, y'all heard Heem on this video. He just opened the store 5 days ago. And he don't have a team yet.
Don't have a team.
I don't have a team. It's just me.
But what you about to do? You gonna get that team, though?
I'm gonna get the team, bro.
He said
after this interview, I'm gonna get the team.
Yeah, he said.
So if you made it to this part of the video, I need you to drop teamwork, make the dream work inside of the comments for me. All right. We appreciate y'all. Like I said, we back at home, baby. We in New Orleans doing these podcasts, showing love to the hometown heroes. I'm Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of World Envision.
Yeah, I'm Nicholas Clark, co-owner and designer of World Envision. And we appreciate you, big dog.
Thank y'all, baby.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all, man.